patience, my dear Liam. Rome wasn't destroyed in a night. What destroyed Rome? Christianity. It was theologically conquered through Judaism, Neo-Judaism. Well, we're taking it back. I might not be the best streamer ever, but we're going to try our best out here. Situation. Let's share this stream. We're going in. And we're going. Listen. If you wait till everything is perfect, say, I'm not going to sit down and do this project, whatever it might be, until I have this much money in the bank, until I have that camera, until I have this studio, until I have a mansion and a yacht, until I'm perfect in every way, then it just might never get done. And you got people who say, okay, well, how are you going to tell us what to do when you're not doing it? I'm striving towards it. And it's a struggle. It's mind struggle. And we all have our certain struggles. Let us keep us from doing the thing. And this is the thing. We'll see how long we can stay on YouTube. We'll see if Wake Movement, now Vril Vision, is salvageable or if we'll have to start another one. One of the main things that we do here is break us out of the Abrahamic matrix, which includes Christianity and Islam and even like Freemasonry and even kind of communism and capitalism. That's a little bit further down the road. Mainly, what we seek to do here is to maybe to some people, bring together and platform ways to do spirituality that is outside of the Abrahamic cloak. And it's uncomfortable for many people because we grew up in a certain religious tradition. But what we want to do, we want to introduce reason, rationality, historicity, a criticality. And then we go back to the drawing board. Does religion have some things to offer us? Yes. Unity and ethos, morality, ethics, togetherness, strength. And we are having ours replaced. We have had it mostly, but we're reclaiming it. We're not just looking back, we're looking forward too. So Vril Vision is where we go over current day events. And then on North Star Esoteric, it's more spiritually inclined. And that's that. So let's go to my dear, I call him a friend. I've never hung out with him. My internet friend. But we talk on the phone. I mean, I'm not going to go into our relationship, but we still have internet. Having an internet friend is that not that much different than having a real life friend. The internet is real life. Nah, it's not though. It's different, but there's some things. Anyways, we'll see. One thing I really want to do is bring Adam Green, No More News to YouTube without getting censored. But I think my channel has already been censored, but I'll start another one. So today's kind of a test for that as well. But let's go and see what was on today's show. On Rumble and Odyssey, no more news. No, as in KNOW.
For $10 a month so I can continue the show and take care of my family.
They blocked him from Squarespace, PayPal. We have people like Heinrich and Lana from Red Eyes TV who have had their bank accounts frozen. Where else will you find that? That should be a green flag.
Despite all of the blacklisting and the censorship and the suppression and the slander, still going 10 years strong and only getting started. The book, I'm about to do the final approval. I uploaded everything to the publisher. The websites that's printing the books. They gave me the mock-up. I approved the mock-up. I'm getting the first hard copy, a paperback, sent to me to confirm that's all good, margins and formatting and all of that. And then it's going to be for sale on my website, nomorenews.org. Later on Amazon if you don't want.
People are so excited about it, as am I. Having something written down in text, it's especially in the age of everything being virtual, it gives it more credence. It does. It sure does.
I'm going to order from there, and we'll get it out to you guys. We'll do the big order and get it all out. Signed copies. A lot of people were requesting that. Very excited about it. Oh, shoot. I forgot to start the show. I was going to start it with this new fire edit that See Through It All did.
Major shout out to See Through It All. What an absolute shining saint in the movement. Need more Amalek. See Through It All. See Through It All always.
Maybe
John Gratis.
We got to do that. This fire edit. Let's see how it did. 69 likes. That's how the suppression's going these days. So when you show all the examples, clip after clip of Christians and rabbis laying out what has unfolded with the prophecy takeover of the Goyim. Unbelievable. So we're going to do this. I meant to start the show with this one, but we're going to go to it now. Let's do it. This new mix by
nations start to fall.
See Through It All.
He will rise on the third day, and the men of Nineveh will rise at the judgment of this
How great is
generation, condemn it, for they repented at the preaching of Jonah. Something greater than Jonah is here. So what happens?
Adam in the suit and tie? I think that's a good look for him. I've been telling him that for a little bit. If you're gonna do this, the jacket with the pants, it's always good to have a multiple array of looks. This is just me being a little bit metrosexual. Fashion is, I just like to, it's art.
Son of Man's crucified. Son of Man's buried. He goes down to the realm of dead for 3 days. On the third day, he rises again. And what happens after the resurrection? He sends his apostles, go to all nations.
Believing in somebody dying and resurrecting from the dead. I can't believe I believed in that for so long.
Teaching them everything I've taught you.
Go to the goal.
It's totally metaphorical for mainly the seasons. The sun dying in winter and being reborn, especially marked with spring.
The Holy Spirit. And what happens, Matt?
The nation.
One by one.
I don't like this look. It looks like I have a furry thing on the back of my... It's down into the 30s tonight. I'm in the South. But I don't want it to look like I have some weird fur thing. Look, makes me look like a Russian asset. Oh, the Russian RT has been pushing this whole Minneapolis thing. Obviously, Russia wants the West to fall because they don't identify as being West. Similar to how Jewish people do not identify as being white. You know, Russia, World War One into two, Bolshevism, it's pretty much a Jewish occupied place, as was Poland, as is now America, and England at the time, France, and now Germany. Oh my goodness, Germany, the state of Germany right now is so sad. How much money Germany has given to for reparations into Israel, only second behind the U.S. I saw a video today about pictures of the concentration camps, Dachau. What those who were in the camps when the Russians and the U.S. came in freedom, and what they let the Jewish concentration camp members do to like the officers there, the SS officers. It was horrible, and there was a stack of bodies in the background. Just look into what happened to Germany after World War II, and it's some of the most. That's the real horror. Is what happened to the Germans. Just look at the state of the German people today versus the state of the Jewish people today. Who's better off? Who's the bad guy in every movie? Every time you meet a German, they have to try to apologize to you about themselves. You can't even put up, do anything. You will go to jail for. It's just so sad. I don't want to get into it too much, but I don't want to be black. I don't want to black pill too much, but it's good that we are coming around to a place to bring us out of this.
The nations start to fall. They start to convert. They start to abandon the temples.
Start to fall. Oh, I mean, convert. One by one, the Goyim are conquered by the Jewish Son of Man. That's all about conquering the Gentiles, and all the kings and the Goyim will bow and tremble in fear.
Twain Technique, good to have you here, dude. Or, I imagine you're a dude.
Setting their sight on that Son of Man who will have dominion over all.
Nothing metrosexual about masculine aesthetics. It's important, yeah. Not looking like a hobo is good. It shows virility.
Nations in all languages.
They abandon.
Although that was kind of my fear, that I looked a little bit like a hobo.
Artemis, they abandon Ephesus. They abandon the goddess of Ephesus. They abandon Zeus, and they start to.
They abandon. And now the Jews are in control.
Look how excited this guy is. A poor Goyim cheering on the destruction of his heritage, of his culture. These are the kind of people who will look back on their ancestors and cast them off to hell because they didn't worship a Jewish God. The fuck?
Great job. Worship the Jewish God. Super based.
If Socrates or Julius Caesar come back today to Greece or to Italy, to Athens or to Rome, what will they find? Not the same language, not the same culture, not the same values, not the same God, not the same faith, not the same traditions, not the same heritage, not the same culture, not the same lifestyle, not the same philosophy. All that remains is the geographical soil.
I always get a kick out of it. You know, in Rome, they built Titus's arch, if you're familiar with it. They built that arch to...
There is also, let's look it up right now. It's so sad. You know, I know it's painful to go through these things. Arch of Titus, Israel. Look what they did. Look what they did. Reminds me of a song. I wish I didn't have the blue background right now. Let's change that to red. Oh my God, look what they did. Who wore it better? Arc of Titus, German. Because you can't say the N word. I guess maybe we can. That's so fucked up. What are the only words you can't say? Is it a different arc? Well, so I could just be an idiot. Which is, oh. Well, it turns out they had a couple of different arcs. This one looks pretty fucking cool. I'm sorry. I mean, the Aura Farm. I accept all of your stealing of my data. Sure. I'm sorry. Just the aesthetic. How cool is that? And we can't even put up. That's the symbol of Aryan white Europeans. And we can't even display it. Or you go to jail. In the majority of the countries in the world. You can't even have the colors red, white, and black next to each other. One time, the Atlanta Falcons. I just thought about this last night. I'm like, what is it? Like a sports team that has red, white, and black? I'm like, oh, the Atlanta Falcons. And so I typed in Atlanta Falcons. Sure enough. The whole thing about social media accuses Falcons of having Nazi logo. And it was actually a really cool looking logo too. Look at this. We're going to have to get a better internet connection. And I have a brand new computer. And so here's the logo that Atlanta Falcons came out with. It was like a throwback. And then look at the comments. Hitler would be proud. This just doesn't look right. That's a good one. This just doesn't look right. This looks like something from Germany in 1942. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. What in the Nazi Germany did y'all do to the logo? They spiced it up a little bit with the white circle. What in the 1940s Germany is this? Every bad person in every movie. Look at the Star Wars. Stormtroopers. I think. And I mean, I don't even have to. And then who created Star Wars? Riddle me that. Riddle me that. They have set these people out to be the enemy par excellence, even in Japanese anime. White Europeans, who they say is Edom, who is Esau, the evil twin of Jacob, who became Israel. And Edom, who became the West, cannot rise and be on top if Israel is not. Was the empire in Star Wars inspired by Nazi Germany? Yes, obviously. And George Lucas? Early life check. For those who are new to this world, I recommend you get familiar with doing early life checks. It'll help you to put things into perspective. And you know what? AI, Wikipedia will hide it from you. They won't let you realize and figure out that they have a certain commonality. George Lucas happens to be of German, Swiss, German, English, Scottish, and distant Dutch and French descent. Oh, maybe he wasn't. Dude, maybe. Oh my God. Am I an idiot? Is George Lucas not Jewish? Wow. Washington Hebrew Congregation says, "May the force be with Jew," uncovering the Jewish roots of Star Wars. He incorporates Jewish themes. Maybe was he fucking? You know, and also you could spend a lot of time. Verdict, not a Jew. You could have a good Shabbos goy who's not a Jew and who is a wannabe Jew. And we have a lot of them. How can every freaking Christian is a wannabe Jew? Yeah, I mean, we were in my brain, the bad guy was always the Nazi, the one who looked like Hitler. All right, let's go back. I'm just saying that. Well, I mean, who's in charge of Hollywood? The Armenians? The Islamic Brotherhood? Come on.
Commemorate the destruction of our temple. So the Romans are...
Dude, the destruction of their temple 2,000 years ago, which was a result of the Herodian Empire, half Jew, so really Jewish, infighting with those who were together with the temple, the Pharisees or the Sadducees or the Essenes. It's all Jewish infighting. And somehow it became the central focus of
gone. We don't hear from them. They're
our
footnote in
Western
history,
religions.
but the Jews are still there. And on Hanukkah, my organization in Branchville, they light a big menorah right at Titus's Arch. So 2,000 years ago, when they destroyed the temple in the year 70, no one ever imagined the Jews will be around, 2,000 years from now.
Yeah.
And the Romans are gone, as the Romans. The Greeks are gone. The
Yeah.
Persians are gone. The Egyptians are gone. All the people who oppressed us. Communism is gone. So I believe there is...
For the record, communism, a total creation from the same people who created capitalism, really. Milton Friedman? What was Ronald Reagan's banker guy? Milton Friedman. Marxism, Karl Marx. Leo Toast. It was an enterprise that was mainly, and Christianity even at the same time is very communistic in its ways. And then communism is horrible too. It's like the merchant class who rules.
It's the fact that the Jews are around, and it's not us. It's a blessing from God.
Our mandate as Jews was not to convert the world to Judaism. It was to bring an ethical...
They do not want you to convert to Judaism. It sullies the waters. It poisons the wells. It sullies the blood. But they do want you to worship them as God, which is when you worship their God and you relate them to that God. Ultimately, it's what happens.
monotheistic standard to the world, which I believe Christianity and Islam, in their purest form, are a fulfillment of that prophecy.
Christianity, Islam, all believe in God, right? And you know, it all started, and that's an interesting thing, it all started with Abraham, right? One person At that point, everyone was pagans, believed in all the false idols. And now, what we're talking about, it's like 3,700 years later, the majority of the world believes in God. That all goes back to Abraham. So one guy, the way he influenced the entire world.
Think back 2,000 years ago when it was Judaism and everybody else. And today, we speak of not only a Judeo-Christian, but we even speak of a Judeo-Christian Islamic ethic, which to me is a fulfillment of that prophecy.
What? Did we all hear that together? That there is such thing as a Judeo-Christian Islamic phenomena is a fulfillment of their prophecy, that everybody would get together to worship their God conquering. All right, we're going to end it here because I just want to make sure that